Coach Carolyn Condit as the Red Hawks get ready for their final regular season week. 3 matches, a home match against Ball State on Tuesday at 7 o'clock, and then heading to Central Michigan to round out the week against the Chippewas. Coach, we'll let you make some opening comments after a really strong weekend last weekend, and then we'll hop into some questions.
Thank you, Angie. Yeah, very pleased with the weekend. We came to play. It's always great to be at home, of course, and I'm really pleased that we put the numbers up that we did with blocking and with our attacking as well. And our defense was more aligned with what we needed them to do this weekend. So we played a couple full matches and, really did a great job with it. I was so impressed with Allison Severance, who is probably our finest utility player, and she comes into the match on Saturday and it doesn't have an error in a couple sets. The whole match, she didn't have any errors, and just was hitting smart and attacking back row for us and passing, and just we have individuals like she does pop up and take the lead at certain times, and it shows what a great team effort we can make. But Allison shined, and we had several hitters that hit over 400, so it was a good night. And I think this team is realizing their potential and how well they can play when they come relaxed and focused and doing it together.
The team played well on both nights, and I'm glad you talked about Allison because, from serving to back row to hitting that left side, you talk about a utility player. She did a little bit of everything for you, and especially on that Saturday night match. She
did. She's one of our finest servers, and thank you for mentioning that because she just can keep an opponent on edge a bit and out of system, which always helps.
Yeah, and that's the other part of your defense that was I'm sure so much better than Ball State last week was that initial pass to set up everything in system. Obviously, Abigail had a great weekend in digs, but that initial pass was there more often than not for you throughout the weekend.
It was, and that makes a big difference. The first contact when you're receiving and the first contact when you're serving. And that's why teams spend so much time on those, and athletes had learned to have protocol and breathe and, just control that part of their game.
You talk about this team kind of realizing what its potential. A big week this week. You're right on the cusp of that fourth spot for the MAC tournament. And I know you're excited to have Ball State back this weekend and go up against the Chippewas. Just talk about the importance of these matches coming up.
Well, it's our last week of MAC play, and the fact that we played well enough to be in the running to get into the tournament is what we expect of ourselves, and it's great. It's great, and it's no time to worry or look at too many numbers. We just have to go out and play hard every single day we play, and we usually do that, but we have to do it in a way that we know we're mentally prepared going in, and we know what we're good at, and we get that done. And if we come in with the right mindset, it'll be a great week for us overall. I'm very excited about it. And knowing that Ball State obviously played one of their best matches against us, and they deserve credit, but we helped them be a really great blocking team that night, and to hit as low as 119 is something that's just out of character for us. So it was a really off night, and I really look forward to giving them more of a battle and playing a real game of volleyball against them and seeing how the results come, because that should be a lot of fun just in general, just to bring ourselves to the court the way we know we should.
Tomorrow night with Ball State, it's your final home match for your seniors, and you and I talked after the match on Saturday about finishing with the flourish. And obviously, the senior class knows how to finish. They've got 4 championships, but have you talked to them about this week? And they've been great senior leaders all season long. Have you talked to them about this week and what it can mean for them?
Yeah, I have not yet, but but they know. And with social media and everything you can find on your own, they know. And they know that they've done a great job bringing us from behind many times this season. And I think the role is more like this past weekend after we got through the first set, we didn't serve well against Eastern, that, we can take the lead and still win and not have to come from behind. And they're always working hard to do that. And our young kids are really starting to catch up. Maggie's working hard in the middle. Abby gets in there at the end of the game and hits over 400 herself and did a great job. And if we can just stay in the flow and handle the out-of-system balls much better than we did at Ball State, we'll be okay at home and on the road this weekend. It's not going to be easy, but that's what makes it so much fun. We haven't had an easy match all year. When you're playing back-to-back, you may as well just saddle up and get ready for it, right? So I love this team, though. They're fighters, and we're not one of the oldest teams in the conference anymore. And so it's taken us a while to find the culture and get our chemistry together in this very quick season, but I'm proud of them. And if they play hard and they play together, we'll remain proud no matter what.
You talk about this being a younger team, and also mentioned earlier, any given night, somebody can pop up and really be an impact player for you, and having a lot of balance. Yeah. And we talked early in the season about trying to catch stride at the right time and hitting your peak. Do you feel like you're starting to hit your peak right as we're heading into tournament time?
Yeah, I do. I really do. I mean, this weekend got us back on track, and we were playing well before that against Ohio, before we went to Ball State. So, yeah, I think we are. I think Ball State is one of those matches that happens to us once a year. And again, they deserve credit. They have a really nice team. Maria Pitt is really a nice player. Lauren Gillian, their middles, the way they slide, the fast tempos. Their setter does a great job. She's athletic. If you're going to serve easy to them and keep them in system, they're going to show you that all night long. And our job is to get them out of that system. And if they're in it, just to block more aggressively and like we know how. And we've had an opportunity to work on that. So we learn from our mistakes. I can guarantee you that about the Red Hawks.